What if a president threatens war and then signals retreat within days? Though it is not within days, it has passed a month long. It is a strategy, or is it something we can call a weakness? Donald Trump's Iran approach is now being called the taco strategy. Trump always chickens out. But this isn't just about one leader. This could reshape the global power balance. Why is Europe refusing to fully back the United States? And what about India, a country heavily dependent on Middle East oil? Is this the beginning of a new world order? In today's video, we break down the Iran conflict and taco strategy, the growing US-Europe divide, and India's high-stake geopolitical balancing act. Watch till the end because what's happening now could redefine global geopolitics. What is the taco strategy? The term taco means Trump always chickens out, and it describes a certain pattern. Escalate tensions aggressively, issue strong threats, then delay, soften, and step down. In the Iran conflict, we see threats of military escalation, signals of quick resolution, mixed messaging between war and negotiation. This is coercive diplomacy with built-in flexibility. But here's the problem. War is not a trade deal. It doesn't follow predictable cycles. So why this strategy is risky in real war? The Iran conflict sits at the center of global energy geopolitics. The Strait of Hormuz factor is essential one. The Strait of Hormuz, around 20% of global oil passes through it. Any disruption is equal to immediate global economic shock. So Iran's asymmetric power means it cannot defeat US conventionally, but can disrupt shipping, active or activate proxy groups, escalate regionally, and it results in heavy hesitation or inconsistency that can trigger unintended escalation. So what's the Europe position? A break from the US? European Union countries are not fully aligning with the US this time. Why? First point is energy dependence. Europe realize uh, and they have to rely on Middle East energy because war is equals to inflation plus slowdown. Next, the problem comes from the strategic autonomy. Europe increasingly wants independent decision-making strategy, but this war is a hindrance in front of them. The next one is war legitimacy concerns. Some leaders question the legal and political justification. This marks a shift from automatic alliance to selective cooperation. On this entire scenario, what is India's position? The ultimate balancer. India faces a far more complex challenge. It has energy security concerns. Over 60% of oil imports linked to the Gulf, in the Gulf of Hormuz, disruption may cause its economic shock. On the other hand, there is a diplomatic uh, tightrope. India must balance US in terms of defense and technology, Iran in terms of connectivity through Chabahar port, and the Gulf nations in terms of energy and diaspora. So India cannot fully side with any one bloc. So likely strategy would be it has to diversify oil imports from Russia and Africa. It has to maintain neutrality and quiet diplomacy. India's focus, economic stability over ideological alignment. So the global consequences are: one, energy becomes a weapon. In terms of oil supply, disruptions shape global markets, decline of US dominance. Even allies like Europe are resisting. So, Europe is not actually supporting US this time fully. Rise of multipolarity. Look, power is no longer centralized. Multiple players shaping outcomes. So, there are many power centers actively engaging this time. And at the same time, the big insight is that TACO strategy may work in trade wars and negotiations. But in real world, allies may not follow, adversaries may escalate, exit become unpredictable. War exposes the limits of tactical ambiguity. So, here's the real question. Is this a smart strategy to avoid full-scale war, or a dangerous gamble that weakens global stability? As the US, Europe, and India take different paths, we may be witnessing the birth of a new multipolar world order. What do you think? Is the TACO strategy brilliant or risky? Comment below. And if you want a deep geopolitical financial breakdowns like this, subscribe to GeoFin Code, because in today's world, geopolitics is finance.